Hello and welcome to another update video about Sand. Sand broke out of this price channel to the downside. That is a sign of weakness. Sand also is now testing the previous breakout point. Ideally, it's holding this one for a trend continuation higher. But yeah, I have to assume at this stage that it formed the top in 3 waves. At least I don't have a clear... I don't have a very clearly bullish outlook, or not directly bullish, not in any impulse anyway, so it's not impulsive at all. So that's messed up. So the only way how we might be able to still structure somewhat bullish case into this is with a diagonal pattern. Let me just double check that, but with a diagonal, I mean, it didn't even reach what I would normally see as a minimum for a third wave. So I'll take that potential off the chart now because, yeah, I mean, unless, and that, okay, so that is a possibility that the third is still unfolding. We're dealing with a very extended diagonal. We had the 1-2 setup down here, but this would have to be the A wave, okay, in yellow. 3-wave move, and this is a 3-wave move. Yeah, I don't see 5. I mean, maybe, but even then it could be an A wave, okay? So A waves can be 3 or 5-wave moves. Then we have a B wave pullback probably right now, and we could see a C wave to the upside afterwards. That is the, let's say, the more accelerated bullish scenario, but this chart is definitely unreliable at this stage. So be careful when you try to trade it. It's not moving in impulsive ways, so if any chart isn't moving in an impulse, and even if the diagonal doesn't really behave, then be careful. So again, this is not a third wave because it didn't reach the 1.236 extension. Normally, I would even like to see the 1.38 in a third, and it didn't do it. So this would have to be in the yellow count, the A wave. This could be a B wave, and the invalidation point for that assumption is the 36.5 cent level. So a break below that level would be invalidation for the yellow count. So that's noteworthy, and then the C wave could still start from there. Not gonna add a support area here because I find it highly unreliable. And then the third wave, yeah, should move higher, and where exactly that will land will depend on where the B wave lands. But what I could imagine, it would look quite good to get at least to 85 cents. Then we should still get a 4 and a 5 later. So this is stretching out, which makes it somewhat unreliable. And then obviously the more bearish alternative that I will have to strongly favor below 36.5 cents is that the market topped in an ABC structure. So basically this ABC will form a larger A wave, or is forming a larger A wave. Then we get a larger B wave pullback, and then a C wave to the upside. This would be, let's say, currently the more bearish alternative, but still eventually at least medium term bullish. But then because it's an ABC structure, I would not be able to really maintain the bigger picture as outlook, that this is possibly going to all-time highs, because the third wave cannot be an ABC structure. So that's a warning, okay? That would be a warning. That would mean I have to count it as 5 waves to the downside, which I can, okay? This allows for it. But I'm kind of forcing a bullish count here because it's a bullish market at the moment. Now, that means, in other words, first of all, we need to be careful with this. There's not really much clarity we can get from this. Also, don't seek absolute precision in this wave count. It also gives us a very clear invalidation point for the yellow count. So ideally, I want the yellow count to work out. Otherwise, this will become a mess also long term, okay? By the way, I take that out. So the clear invalidation point, just to repeat, is 36.5 cents. Below that, the B wave is underway, and the B wave must not break below 27.6 cents. And I mean, there are some Fibonacci levels which will be relevant also for the white count, which is, and these are down here, 33.3 cents. To be honest, even if we get the invalidation for the yellow count, there's literally the 33.3 cent level just underneath. I mean, if the B wave breaks below that, that would have bearish implications, yeah. So that's the best I can offer in terms of Elliott wave count. The chart doesn't offer much precision. It's moving in corrective structures, not great. So be careful out there with this one. There are 2 bullish counts, yes, but be aware that the ABC could also lead to, let's say, new lows, okay? That's the key message here, that if we break below, if we invalidate, if we get the yellow count invalidated, really there's only the white wave count left, which is highly questionable. So I don't see this as attractive at the moment. I will add the 78.6 fib level to the chart as a marker, as a warning, because below that level things are starting to turn to the downside, as indicated here with this orange line now on the chart. That's my update about Sand. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.